Hello again. My phone is kind of like my body. It's old and crunchy and it stopped. And I'm really sorry. So this is part of our class, part 2. And we're about to do our grand battement. We're in first position. And we're going to do tendu and fifth and port de bras. We're going to do 3 grand battements. And a demi-plie, and we're going to do that in each direction. And demi-plie, we're using big arms, so you might need to face in or position yourself in a way so that you don't kick, in my case, the stove or the sink, or in your case, maybe your bed or the coffee table. So we're going to position ourselves so that we're safe. 3 grand battements and a demi-plie en croix. So we have our alignment. Big toe, little toe, heel pressing down into the floor. So that would be, this is a time when you would move the video back and then repeat on the other side. Now we're going to come to center and we're going to do some jeté. 5 and 6 and 7, 8, out and in and out and in and out and in. And third arabesque, out and in, out and in, out and in, and écarté. Out, hold, hold, and close. 4 to the side, out and in, out and in. And we're going to practice our pas de bras, back and side and front, other side. We have 3 jeté, croisé devant, and 3 jeté, croisé derrière. We're using third arabesque. We're going to do 4 jeté, écarté, fendu, pas de bras, back and side, close, front. Are we good? I'm going to check and make sure my camera's working. It says that it is. I'm excited. So we're in 5th position, we're in our croisé. Remember how we were working on making sure that we could see both hips? We don't have a mirror right now, but we can feel as if the audience in front of us could see that hip. So we're ready for our jeté. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to work on our spotting. Now, of course, when we were back in the studio, we were already working on chaîné turns, which would be very, very difficult in my kitchen here. But what we can practice is maintaining a real strong use of our spot and really seeing our spot. For me, it's the microwave and my garage, and the microwave and my garage. So we're going to prepare, we're going to put our hands on our hips, and we're going to look 8 times. 1 and 2 and 3 and C and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. And then we're going to bourrée 1, spot 2, and 3, spot 4, and 5, spot 6, and plie and a stretch. Other side. Look, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Releve. Pivot and spot. Pivot and spot. Pivot and spot. And we'll finish and. Okay? So we're going to be practicing our spotting. Make sure that you see. Maybe arrange yourself in the room that you're in so you can actually see and look at something. So we're standing very tall, looking and seeing our spot as part of that whole spotting process. We got to see it. If you would like to do that one again, all you have to do is rewind the video and do again. Maybe take some time, maybe go slower and make sure you see and you see. Make sure as you do your pivots that you're not inclining the head. Your ears stay on the same level as you look over your shoulder, and then you look over the other shoulder. So if you would like to practice your spotting, again, just rewind the tape. Otherwise, we're going to move on. Now we can't jump, well, jumping in my kitchen isn't a very good idea. We don't want you jumping in the basement. Your families might not want you jumping in your bedroom, especially if it's on the 2nd floor. So we're going to do releves. And the releves are a similar kind of muscle action when we do a jump. So we're going to do plie, releve, plie, releve, plie, releve, plie, releve, plie, releve, plie, releve. There are 6 of them. Plie. We'll do first port de bras, and then we'll repeat again. Plie, releve, plie, releve, plie, releve, plie, releve. 6 of them. Plie, first port de bras, and finish. So doing the releve, we have to make sure that we hold our tummy and our seat really, really strong. It'll be important to keep our shoulders over our hips, because if we rock back and forth, we probably won't be very stable. We're also using first position so that we can really practice good, strong tracking of our knees over the toes. So in a way, it's like preparation for jumps without making, you know, the light fixture downstairs fall out of the ceiling or something like that. So we're going to start very tall. We're going to think about our alignment. Big toe, little toe, heels. This time we will use our arms in preparatory, so we'll do a small port de bras and bring them back to preparatory. working. So maybe you can repeat that. Maybe you can do it again another day. But you can feel in your legs, okay, wow, that's going to help me be ready to do my jumps when we're able to get back in the studio. So to help us kind of remember bouncing or getting our heart rate up, we're going to do spring points. Now, you haven't done spring points probably since you were in maybe elementary 1 or elementary 2. But what the spring points are going to do for us is they're going to make us our heart beat a lot, because we're going to be bouncing up and down without a real jump. So we don't have to worry about damaging our houses, but we can get that up and down bouncy quality that'll help elevate our heart rate and help us with our stamina. So we're going to do 8 spring points en avant, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7, 8. 2 to each wall. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7, 8. And then we're going to port a bras and open. And I think I'm going to start the music over and we'll go the other way. So we have a little bit of a breather in between. So spring points, which I know you guys know how to do very well. But again, we're doing it so that we can elevate our heart rate. Standing very tall. Let's keep going. Left foot, here we go. Okay, is anybody else's heart beating faster? Mine is. So that was my goal, to kind of get our heart rate up, because it's hard for us to do that in a small space. So then that was very helpful. I feel energized for the rest of the day. Can't do big jumps in our houses either. I want to remind you that you're not going to be jumping in your basement, right? So what we are going to do now is we're going to do grand battement. So we're going to do 3 grand battements to the divan, plie port de bras. I'm going to have to pivot a little bit to go side so I don't kick my stove. And 2 and 3, plie. I'm going to have to move forward so I don't kick. I'm going to do 3 to the back, and then I'm going to do a plie sous-sus, plie, and then I'm going to go on the left. I have 3 grand battements, 4e divan, plie port de bras. I have to pivot, 3 grand battements side. I have to chasse a little bit. 3 grand battements back, plie, sous-sus. Now come back to unclasp for my sous-sus. Okay, so you want to be safe. Like when we did grand battement at our bar, counter, doorknob, whatever you were using, we had to be aware of our space. Same thing now out in the center when we're not hanging on to a bar, counter, or doorknob. We have to make sure that we're arranged in the space so that we don't kick anything and hurt our foot or whatever it was that we kicked or knocked over, right? Okay, so we're going to take our 5th position. We're going to work, we might have to use our tummies and our seats a little bit more because we're doing a big movement while we're standing on one leg. So now I'm going to play music for reverence so we can thank each other. It was nice to dance together. It's been a couple of weeks and I really miss you. This same music you can repeat so that you can stretch. And you can do the floor stretches like we did before we added leg on the bar. You can check and see maybe the chair is a good height. You can ask and see if your family's okay with you using the counter, if it's not too high. But we're going to use the same music, so we'll do reverence together, and then I'll let the music play out so that you can go back and use it for your stretch. So this music's going to cover two purposes, our reverence, and then you can go back and play it again for your stretch.